What's up, you guys? Today is a very important day because today the stock market and the S&P 500 is officially downtrending for the most part. I personally think it's going to be a great opportunity within this month to see and get opportunities to buy stocks. I'm going to be talking about stocks that have been taking a big hit and some stocks that you might want to take an opportunity on. Maybe put them on your watch list. All I ask, if you just take 5 seconds of your time, hit that like button below and subscribe if you haven't yet. So let's go on the computer so I can show you guys what stocks to buy now, what stocks you can be looking at, and to add them on your watch list. So officially the S&P 500 is downtrending now. It's been pretty much uptrending for the most part, but now we're kind of seeing a different direction in the market. We're seeing a downtrend as this whole past week has been going on. 2 or 3 videos ago, I did say, we're going to see a downtrend in the market, or at least a pullback within the mid of May, and it planned out perfectly. I believe drew a box here at this this mark here. I said we're gonna hit here at least, and maybe see this was a pullback that was bound to happen. Not saying that we're still gonna completely downtrend in the market, but it's a very big possibility that we can see a second leg down, or we can you can basically see this as a pullback and then we start climbing back up. But we were bound for at least a small pullback in the market, and I do think we're bound to see a little bit more of a downtrend before we see us picking back up. As for that goes, a lot of stocks have been taking a big hit within this month, and I'm going to be talking about basically a couple of stocks, a bit more than 10 stocks that you can basically put on your watch list, and you could basically take advantage of this great opportunity that we're having now in the stock market. So let's go over a stock that I'm watching is PK. I'm actually holding a bit of position in the stock. So we see here the Parks. This is basically Hilton's stock, and you can see here that we've been downtrending for the most part. I do plan on loading up a little more positions right below the $6 mark. Would be a great time to start buying up of these stocks. I don't think we might see a lower low of this. This is a really good price point at $4. Previously, before that, we were trading around $24, and you can see here as of December of last year, it was $26. So that's a big increase. If you held within 2 to 3 years from now, you would make 550% to 500% return after maybe 2 years of holding this stock. So let's say if you buy $10,000 of shares, you can see maybe $50,000 of potential return within maybe 2 to 3 years if we start uptrending and grinding higher in the market. PK is a great stock that I see potential in, but I do think we might see it lower probably within this month or till like the end of this month. If we keep grinding down, I do see us having a better potential entry for the stock. What I would suggest personally, if you wanted to get into the stock, is to buy slowly in small increments on the way down for it. So that way you don't miss out on the right opportunity to buy, and you average down and you hold on for a long-term investment. Next stock we're going to be talking about is MGM. MGM has a lot of cash on hand. They reported they had about over $3.5 billion of cash on hand. They have no issue holding out on this whole pandemic that's been going on. So as far as a risk factor goes, I think MGM is a better safe play for the most part. Previously they were trading at $36, and they went as low as almost $5.90, close to $6 range. We could possibly see maybe a double bottom for MGM here at this right price point. If we see maybe bounce off this $10 mark, get in long here and hold for maybe a year or two play, or you can do a nice swing trade to the upside. I do see there's a lot more down potential currently in the market within this month. So if you want, maybe take advantage of this time. Wait for the right opportunity. I do think we are expecting a bit more of a downtrend, maybe around $12 to $10 mark. You can start averaging down positions and start loading up positions. I do think we might see a bounce here at this $10 mark, or you never know, we can start grinding up slowly. So next thing I want to talk about is the airline stocks. You know, everybody's talking about how risky the airline stocks are, how big they've been taking a hit, and I completely agree. Warren Buffett just took out all his positions in the airline stocks, and he owns a lot of positions. So previously it was trading at around $95, probably around the all-time high. It dropped all the way to $17. It already formed a double bottom here, and it bounced off that line, which might be a good opportunity to buy around this area. And you can put basically a stop loss around 1650. But if this stock breaks this support line, we're gonna see a big downfall, you know, because a lot of people are gonna basically be having their stop loss here, right? So if when this drops and this hits the stop loss, we're basically gonna see a lot of more selling, panic selling, and we're probably gonna see way lower lows, and people, it will just drop really hard here if it breaks below 1780 at this support level. As you can see, people bought into the support level for a bounce, but if this support level hits again and it breaks down, we're going to see a heavy downfall, and this will be basically a buying area for United Airlines. We would see it drop from 17 probably to, you know, possibly 13 to $10 range in this area, just from this big drop breaking support. As you can see, Southwest Airlines lower lows now. It's just been downtrending crazy. How crazy has it been? It already made lower lows. As far as that goes, you know, we don't know what the bottom is for. We don't know what the bottom is for this stock. We do know we're downtrending on the most part. You know, you can start averaging down positions, but as far as this goes, what I would do personally is I would diversify my portfolio as much as possible. So let's say if one company goes bankrupt, you don't put all your eggs in one basket, and you diversify as much as possible to reduce the amount of risk when investing. So if you wanted to buy Southwest Airlines, you can start averaging down. Honestly, there's no upside yet to this stock. You might want to wait till we see an upside potential in the stock. You know, I really don't know what the bottom is. You can start averaging down little by little, but as far as this goes, you know, if we would have to go to a bigger time frame just to see any support and resistance. That's what basically a lot of traders would do. If we break below 22.39, we can possibly see this down range on bounce off this $18 area. You can start averaging down positions here if you want to go into Southwest Airlines. So then we're gonna go with Delta Airlines as well, talk a little bit about that. We don't know what the bottom is for these airline stocks, so if you wanted to, you would average down little by little. A lot of people, well, including Warren Buffett, didn't think the airline industry will recover after this whole pandemic. I kind of disagree, but I can see his point of view on it. But I do think after we have a vaccine, you know, people would want to still travel. People have to go with businesses. A lot of people are doing Zoom calls and online meetings, but I do think people will still want to travel after we have a vaccine and after this whole pandemic is over, which will take a bit of time, maybe 2 to 3 years to get everything back to normal if we start uptrending in the market. Now we're going to be talking about Boeing. I've been saying this for a long time that I wanted to see at the $75 mark, which is a really good opportunity. Boeing is a really big company. The feds will not let this basically company flop. It has so much you know, labor force. It's a lot of capital, market cap, and everything. As far as this goes, this is a good company to invest in. When it goes up very fast. If we go here, let's go to this 20-day chart, and you can see how quickly this goes up. Like within these 3 days, it went from 123 all the way to 147, a 20% gain, and it drops just as fast as well. So if you wanted to buy into Boeing, I think anything below $100 is a great deal, but you can start averaging down positions at the moment. But I would wait. Anything below $100 all the way to $75 is a good deal for Boeing as a long-term position. That's my thoughts on this stock. We're going to be talking about now Norwegian Cruise Line. I've been taking advantage of this stock. It has so much volatility within like 1 or 2 days. As if you buy here at market open, you can see about 9% increase. So this is really a really good day traders. For day trading, this is a really good stock to pay attention to. You can see a 20% increase on the day from low to high. We're going to see here that we are still downtrending for Norwegian Cruise Line. And I personally think anything below $10 is a good ideal to buy at. I do think we possibly can see it from the 10 to even $7 range. We can maybe do a double bottom in the stock market on this cruise line stock. We can possibly see us bounce here off the $7 mark and then uptrend. I don't know how this whole how long this is gonna last, but I do know that Norwegian Cruise Line has gotten a loan recently of $3.5 billion. Their earnings report was yesterday, and after their earnings report and pre-market, they uptrended in the market off good news. But we could possibly see more of a down leg here within next week, and by then will be a pretty good opportunity to buy in and start averaging down the more you see it go down. Carnival Cruise Line as well, still downtrending for the most part, and you can start averaging down positions. I would say below 1050 would be a good time to start averaging down positions, and taking positions all the way to the $7 mark. One of my videos I called out that, you know, we saw a double bottom here on Carnival hitting the $7 mark. Saw a double bottom, and right when you bought in at this point, you could have held for a nice swing trade to the upside, and it went from $7 all the way to close to $18. Same with Norwegian Cruise Line. Norwegian Cruise Line, I think I entered around that $10 mark, and I sold around $16, $17. Made a nice play, about $25,000 swing trade. So that goes for that. Now we're going to be talking about the big companies. These are my favorite companies. If you want to make a safe investment, these are more high risk, high reward type of plays. These are my watch list to play when they're pretty low. But if you wanted to invest in like more secure fundamental companies, I personally think Microsoft is a good company. I do think right now is a fair value for it. I wouldn't buy it here. I'll probably wait till it's on sale. Maybe around the 163, 150 area is a good time to start buying this stock. As well as that, we have Tesla, which is pretty much overbought, I think, which is pretty much trading at fair value at the moment. I wouldn't buy Tesla only when it's on sale. I think Tesla is a great stock to own long term. It has a lot of volatility going on within, you know, the past 5 years, but I do think it's a good stock to own long term. I do think at the moment it's in fair value. I would wait until, you know, the 500 to even 400 mark to start averaging positions here, to start loading up positions. I do think it's a great company to hold long term for many years. And if you would have bought like 2 years ago, you would have made so much money. If you go last year, right, it was trading at as low as $176. I really wish I would have taken some positions here around this $200 area. It popped all the way to $900, which is crazy to see. But I do see us, you know, I do see it going on sale eventually. All stocks do. It's just a matter of when. Now we have that, Tesla and Amazon. You know, everyone's been ordering on Amazon. Amazon's on the upside right now. For the most part, I would wait for it to be on sale. Maybe around anything from below $2,000, $1,800 to close to $1,700. If we see a big pullback in the market, if we see basically us opening up the economy and, you know, a bunch of people get more sick and it just makes a bigger mess, we can possibly see better price points for these big stock companies. At least for Amazon, it's not a good buy at the moment. you would probably wait for it to be on sale, wait for a downtrend or a little bit of a pullback, and then enter. Okay, now we're going to be talking about Apple. Apple is currently trading right below fair value. I do see it being on sale around the $240 area, $275 area. That's when you would want to buy this company. The 4 companies that I recommend, like as far as a long-term portfolio, Microsoft, Tesla, Amazon, and Apple are really good investments. And I think personally they're a bit more of a safer investment as far as a long-term investment strategy goes. Those are the companies I would personally buy if you're a beginner trader and you don't want that much risk in the market. If you want a high risk, high reward type of play, I'll basically start investing in the hospitality industry, cruise line industry, airline industry, and within maybe 2 to 3 years we'll most likely see an upside for those stocks. So hopefully this video helps you out, guys, whether you wanted to buy any airline stocks, cruise line stocks, hospitality stocks. If there's any companies that you want me to mention in the next video, write it down on the comments. Also make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you guys on the next video.